as greedy as you. I was only slightly injured back then and needed some money for treatment, but both of you abandoned me without a second thought. Heidi, I said I was going to marry you. That wasn't a negotiation. You should be grateful and just accept it. Otherwise, believe me, I have plenty of ways to make you mine by force.
He didn't want to hear my explanation. He said he wanted me to suffer, just like he did back then. That was the only way it would be fair. He threatened me with the only friend I had left in the world.
If my investigation is correct, your dear friend Daisy used to work as a stripper at an underground bar, didn't she? What do you think would happen if I passed that little detail along to her current boss or her fiancé?
I slapped him across the face furiously.
You bastard! However, Elton didn't even get angry. Instead, he just smirked and grabbed my chin tightly.
To get back at you, I can do far worse things. Don't believe me? Go ahead. Test me.
Elton was ruthless, and I didn't dare challenge him. So I tried to convince myself. I figured that I might as well marry him, since I didn't have much time left to live anyway. His revenge dragged on for a long time. It went on for so long that my heart no longer responded to him. Most importantly, the love I once had for him. Word must have gotten out, which prompted Yvette to visit the hospital while Elton was away. Yvette suddenly dropped to her knees beside my bed, crying,
Heidi, I'm pregnant with Elton's child. Please give him back to us. Let RB have their father.
Although I no longer had any love for Elton, every word Lifen spoke pierced through my already weakened internal organs. Scenes of Elton and Yvette making love tenderly and passionately while I was enduring my illness involuntarily splashed through my mind. I even felt that every breath I took was becoming painful. Get out! Now! Suddenly, someone yanked her back by the hair and tore her away from me. Elton's eyes burned with fury. He looked like he could kill Yethan right then and there.
Didn't I tell you that if you ever dared to mess with Hetty again, I'd kill you?
Elton was worried that I might get too emotional. He took Yevon and left.
Wait for me. I'll explain everything.
Before he walked out, he told me to wait for him so he could explain everything. Elton never imagined that would be the last time he saw me. Perhaps it was simply a final burst of clarity before I met the end. Even as my body hurt more and more, my mind felt sharper than ever. I asked Daisy to take me to a bridal shop. She and her fiancé were getting married next year, and we'd promised that I'd be her one and only bridesmaid. However, I knew that I probably wouldn't live to see that day. I selected a stunning, flowing wedding gown for Daisy and wore a bridesmaid dress myself. Once we were dressed, we captured a moment together in a photograph, imagining the day I would truly be there to celebrate her wedding. I could tell that Daisy loved the dress, but she thought that it was too expensive, and ultimately didn't buy it. So while she was in the fitting room changing out of it, I quietly paid for it. It would be my last gift for her. I endured the pain and quietly left the bridal shop, and then took a taxi to the cemetery to visit Mom one last time. Back in the shop, Daisy emerged from the fitting room and panicked when she couldn't find me. She was on the verge of tears until a staff member handed her a folded note I'd left behind. Daisy, don't blame yourself for my leaving. This time, it really is goodbye. Wear this wedding dress and marry the one who loves you. Save a seat for me among your bridesmaids, and on the place card, write, Daisy's best friend. And lastly, please don't cry for me. With love, Heidi. I came to my mother's grave and, for the last time, offered her the flowers she loved most. Mom, maybe I was wrong to listen to you that year. Maybe I never should have used your treatment money to pay for Elton's leg surgery. I shouldn't broken up with him then either. I should have told him the truth and watched as he tried to save me, only to be defeated by life. I used to be foolish for always prioritizing Elton over myself. But none of this matters anymore. I smiled with relief. Mom, it's time for me to come to you. At the memorial service, the sky was overcast and a light rain was falling. Daisy refused to let Elton see my body. He wasn't even allowed to take a handful of my ashes.
Heidi tried to explain, and you wouldn't listen. You're such a damn asshole. Now I'll tell you the truth.
Daisy revealed the real reason why I broke up with him back then. The rain fell relentlessly on Elton's pale and stiff face. Elton fell to his knees, with no trace of a living person about him from head to toe. Elton, upon learning the truth about the breakup back then, was immersed in pain and self-blame. He began to regret not telling me right then and there that the child wasn't his. The night he left me to find Yvette at the bar, Yvette had already gotten drunk and had been assaulted. By the time he arrived, it was too late. He handled everything for her, but he didn't expect that Yfetal would come to the hospital behind his back to provoke me. Elton instantly snapped. He believed that if it weren't for Yvette, I might still be alive. He found Yvette, grabbed her by the throat, and shoved her down the stairs. Blood stained the steps. Yvette lost the baby. After emergency treatment, she lost her life, too. Elton shut himself away, spending his days in all the places I used to love. He began to rewrite his own memories. In his mind, I was no longer alone at home. He was always there beside me. He would hold me tightly, kiss me, and tell me that he'd stay with me forever. In those fantasies, Elton lived a beautiful lie. Elton's watchful subordinates betrayed him, sending him to a psychiatric hospital. The youngest mafia boss ended up spending the rest of his life there. His behavior seemed no different from that of a normal person. However, he constantly talked to a ceramic kitten figurine, calling it Honey, and ate and slept with it as if it were alive. The kitten figurine was clearly damaged and had been carefully glued back together, but Elton treated it like a priceless treasure and wouldn't let anyone touch it. A year after my death, Elton used a broken piece of the ceramic kitten figure to make a deep cut on his wrist. That day, a patient lost his life in the psychiatric hospital, and just like that, Elton faded from memory, forgotten by all.